at this moment in time, the most important thing for me and Victoria at the time of this lockdown was, what do we want our children to come out of this lockdown and think? How do we want them to be least affected by the uncertainty that's going on around the world at the moment? It pushed us into doing different things that actually sometimes we don't have time to do. There were certain parts of it that we enjoyed. You know, my daughter Harper does a singing lesson once a week at school. She had to do that at home, and actually I never get to watch it usually, and actually I got to sit in for the whole hour and a half and watch her do a singing lesson.
Yeah, so the impact that we had as a family from the pandemic was, for us, because my children are quite young, I felt that it was a little bit easier to control because they weren't teenagers. So the biggest thing in our household was actually sticking to a routine and their routine and their schedule, because I felt like if we did that, then the whole household will still kind of run smoothly.
And routine is such an important part of children's lives. You know, having them come out and say, you know, wasn't it great when we built the beehive, Dad? Or wasn't it great when we made that sponge cake, Mum? You know, things like that were so important to us as parents, and I think that it's how we coped with the situation.
So I've got 4 boys. I've got a 14-year-old, 11-year-old, and just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, twin boys, double trouble I call them. You talk about routine, and I think that was really important, but we'd always start the day on the trampoline. So virtually before they logged on to school, we went and got on the trampoline, and we bounced and we bounced. And even though I didn't want to get on there, I knew that was really important for the kids to get moving, keep the fun and keep them moving as much as I possibly could.
I also found that because the kids were home all the time, and with my husband as well, it was really important to practice patience. I used gardening as a tool to go back to one of the pillars of staying healthy and keeping active as a family. We are very busy people, but this gave us an opportunity to reconnect and do something fun together.
If anything, I think it proved to all of us that you don't really need anything to have fun. You just need an imagination and coming up with some good ideas and some fun ideas, and I suppose a dad who's willing to go and chase the kids around all day.
And obviously having a newborn during this type of year, you're wondering like, what kind of world am I bringing my child into? What does the future hold for her? Is it going to be like this forever? The silver lining of this whole year is that we got to witness literally every single milestone there is. We've been with her for 24/7. Everything from brushing her teeth to preparing her food, I've done it, and Nico's done it also. So there's a lot of great things.
It's so nice to hear that you've both gone through the start of the journey with your daughter, and the fact that you have been part of, you know, each milestone. It's so nice to hear, because we all know that it's been such a challenging year for so many different people in so many different ways.
I think it's a really big silver lining for us having Kian during our first child during this pandemic, because it gave us the opportunity to spend time that otherwise we wouldn't spend, because we normally got into the routine and we're always rushing, always running away. We've been together 10 years, we're married, but this 1 year,
Congratulations.
thank you so much. But this 1 year represents like at least 5. So it's like it's a test that you say like, okay, we really love each other.
And the silver lining for me personally was getting to spend so much time with my family, with my children, with my wife. You know, we've been together now for 24 years, and I think as parents, we came together as a unit and stuck together and made our children feel happy, feel comfortable and feel secure over such a challenging time.